Have you ever felt lost, overwhelmed by challenges you can't control? Maybe it's bills, a broken relationship, or a health scare. But there's another way to live, a life not limited by what you see, but anchored in faith. God invites you to trust Him, to believe His promises, even when circumstances look impossible. Faith isn't just for the super spiritual, it's for everyone, every day. When you trust God, you open the door to peace, strength, and even miracles. Like sitting in a chair without testing it, God asks for simple, confident trust. Every worry is a chance to choose faith over fear. Are you ready to step out of fear and start your journey of faith today? 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "We walk by faith, not by sight." Walking is your daily life, every choice, every step. Faith is your compass, guiding you by God's word, not by what you see or feel. It's trusting God's promises above your doubts or problems. Walking by sight means letting circumstances control you. Your emotions rise and fall with every change. That's exhausting and steals your peace. God calls you to a higher way, to live by spiritual reality, not just physical facts. With God, all things are possible. Walking by faith means believing this, even when you can't see the outcome. That's the shift that changes everything. Imagine two people lose their jobs. One focuses on fear, bills, and hopelessness, walking by sight. The other focuses on God as provider, remembering His promises, walking by faith. Your focus shapes your outlook. Living by sight means relying on your own strength, which quickly runs out. That leads to stress and burnout. Walking by faith means relying on God, admitting you can't do it alone. True peace comes when you magnify God above your problems. It's not ignoring reality, but choosing to see God's power as greater. This daily choice is the difference between struggle and victory. What will you focus on today? Abraham, called the father of faith, was told by God to leave everything familiar and go to an unknown land. He had no map, no guarantees, just God's promise. By sight, it made no sense, but Abraham trusted God's character and stepped out. Hebrews 11:8 says he obeyed, not knowing where he was going. Faith is taking the next step, even when you can't see the whole path. Sometimes God asks you to leave your comfort zone for something greater. It may not make sense, but faith means trusting God's voice over your fears. Abraham's story shows that stepping into the unknown with God leads to blessing. Will you stay where you are or step out in faith? The choice is yours. In Matthew 14, Peter saw Jesus walking on water during a storm. While others stayed in the boat, Peter asked Jesus to call him out. Jesus said, "Come." Peter stepped onto the water, walking by faith, not sight. As long as he focused on Jesus, he did the impossible, but when he looked at the wind and waves, he began to sink. We do the same, start strong, then get distracted by problems. Yet when Peter cried out, Jesus caught him. Even when your faith falters, Jesus is there. Keep your eyes on Him and you'll find strength to rise above the storm. Faith empowers you to do what you never thought possible. When 12 spies scouted the Promised Land, 10 saw only giants and obstacles. Their fear spread, keeping Israel from God's promise. But Joshua and Caleb saw the same giants and trusted God's power instead. They declared, "We can certainly do it. The Lord is with us." Your perspective shapes your destiny. Will you believe the fearful report or the faith-filled one? Giants will always appear, but God's promises are greater. Joshua and Caleb entered the land because they walked by faith. Don't let fear keep you wandering. Choose the perspective that leads to victory. Walking by faith is a daily practical choice. Here are 5 steps. First, read and meditate on God's word. Know His promises. Second, pray with expectation. Thank God for His answers, not just your problems. Third, use God's promises as weapons. Speak them over your fears and doubts. Fourth, just take the next step. Don't wait for the whole plan. Obey what God shows you now. Fifth, remember God's past faithfulness. Keep a journal of answered prayers. When you face new challenges, recall how God has come through before. Faith grows as you practice these steps. Don't let fear have the last word. Trust God's word more than your feelings. Take one step at a time and watch your faith grow. God is faithful. He will meet you as you walk by faith. Start today. Why is walking by faith so hard? We crave control. We want to see, plan, and manage everything. Pride tells us we don't need God. Fear says letting go means disaster. But faith requires humility, admitting we don't have all the answers. The world tells us to trust only what we see, to rely on ourselves. Walking by faith means going against the current even when others don't understand. Our feelings can also mislead us. Fear and discouragement are real, but not always true. Faith is choosing God's word over our emotions. It's a daily battle, but one we can win. Surrender control, trust God's plan, and let faith lead. That's how you break free from the limits of sight. Now it's your turn. Will you let fear and circumstances rule, or will you step out in faith? God isn't asking for perfection, just trust. Maybe your next step is small gratitude, forgiveness, generosity, or courage. Don't wait for all doubts to disappear. Act on the faith you have. God honors every step, no matter how small. Let go of control and trust the one who holds your future. Declare it today. I will walk by faith, not by sight. Your adventure with God starts now. Take the step, He's with you. The journey of faith is yours to begin.